Filippo Pippo Inzaghi. Ufficiale OMRI is an Italian retired professional footballer, who currently serves as the head coach for Milan. He played as a striker, and spent the most notable spells of his club career with Juventus and Milan, as well as earning 57 caps for the Italian national team. Inzaghi won the 2006 World Cup, 2 UEFA Champions League titles, and 3 Serie A titles. He is one of the most prolific goal-scorers of all time, fifth in Italy, with 313 goals scored in official matches. He is currently the second all-time most prolific goal-scorer in European club competitions with 70 goals, only beaten by Raúl's 77 goals. He is also Milan's top international goal-scorer in the club's history with 43 goals. He also holds the record for most hat-tricks in Serie A. Club career: Inzaghi's favourite footballers as a child were Paolo Rossi and Marco van Basten. The elder brother of fellow footballer Simone Inzaghi, he got his start playing for hometown club Piacenza as a teenager in 1991, but made only 2 league appearances before being loaned to Serie C1 side Liv, with whom he scored an impressive 13 goals in 21 matches. In 1993, Inzaghi moved to Serie B club Verona and scored 13 goals in 36 league appearances. Upon his return to Piacenza, he scored 15 times in 37 games, helping his team win Serie B and proving himself to be an exciting young prospect. Inzaghi made his Serie A debut when he transferred to Parma in 1995, but scored only twice in 15 league matches. One of these 2 goals came against Piacenza, literally making him cry. He added another 2 goals in European competition that season. The following season, he moved on to Atalanta, finishing as the capocannoniere with 24 goals, and scored against every team in the league. He was awarded Serie A Young Footballer of the Year and served as a team captain in the last game of the season. Juventus: Inzaghi, however, was soon on the move once again to his 6th team in 7 seasons, this time to Juventus for a reported 23 billion Italian lira. He formed a formidable attacking partnership along with Alessandro Del Piero and Zinedine Zidane, a tandem which would last for 4 seasons, marking Inzaghi's longest stint with one team at the time. During his time with the Biennoneri, he scored 2 Champions League hat-tricks, a Euro against Dynamo Kiev and Hamburger SV, a Euro, becoming the first player to do so. Juventus won the Scudetto in the 1997 Euro 98 season, in which Inzaghi scored a decisive, Scudetto-winning hat-trick against Bologna, but lost 1-0 in the Champions League final to Real Madrid. Milan: despite a very good tally of 89 goals in 165 games for the Biennoneri, Inzaghi was soon benched in favour of David Trezeguet and later signed for Milan for a reported 70 billion Italian lira, or 45 billion lira cash, plus Christian Zinoni for the 2001 Euro 02 campaign by coach Fauchetterim. Juventus announced that the sale of Inzaghi produced a net profit of $31 million to the club. Inzaghi, however, suffered a knee injury and missed the first half of the season. Upon his return, he was able to forge a strong goal-scoring partnership with Andriy Shevchenko, and he soon racked up an impressive trophy count with the Rossoneri, among them the 2002 Euro 03 Champions League, along with the 2003 Coppa Italia and the 2003 Euro 04 Scudetto. In the 2002 Euro 03 Champions League campaign, he scored his record 3rd Champions League hat-trick against Deportivo de La Coruña ± in the group stage, and decisive goal in quarter-finals against AFC Ajax, totaling 12 European goals in that season. In November 2004, he signed a contract extension with the club. Inzaghi was able to fully recover from persistent knee injuries that had dogged him for 2 years, to the extent that he regained his predatory goal-scoring form by scoring 12 goals in 22 Serie A matches in 2005 Euro 06, along with 4 goals in 5 Champions League appearances. 2 against Olympique Lyonnais in the quarter-finals and another 2 against Bayern Munich in the first knockout stage. He scored the decisive goal against the Bavarians in the 2007 quarter-finals. On May 23, 2007, in the 2007 Champions League final in Athens, He scored both of Milan's goals in their 2-1 victory over Liverpool in a rematch of the 2005 final. He declared after the match, "At the start of the 2007 Euro 08 season, he picked up where he left off in Athens, scoring the equaliser in the Super Cup in Milan's 3-1 victory over Sevilla FC." Inzaghi capped off the year by scoring 2 goals in the final of the 2007 Club World Cup, helping Milan win 4-2 against Boca Juniors to take revenge for the defeat on penalties in 2003. On February 24, 2008, Inzaghi scored the match-winning goal in Milan's 2-1 win over Palermo with a diving header after coming into the game from the bench. It marked his first Serie A goal in over a year. This was followed by 10 more goals in the league, the last against Udinese. This strike against Udinese was his 100th goal for the club in official games. But despite incredible form, Italian national team manager Roberto Donadoni declined to call him for Euro 2008. In November 2008, Inzaghi agreed to a contract extension with Milan until June 2010. On March 8, 2009, Inzaghi scored his first hat-trick of the season for Milan against Atalanta, leading his team to a 3-0 victory at the San Siro. His 300th career goal came in the 5-1 thrashing of Siena away from home. He then went on to score 3 goals against Torino, his second professional hat-trick in that season. Scoring this hat-trick enabled Super Pippo, his nickname in the media, to set a record for the player with the most hat-tricks in Serie A over the last 25 years. With 10 hat-tricks in Serie A, Inzaghi is ahead of Giuseppe Signori, Hernan Crespo, Roberto Baggio, Marco van Basten, Gabriel Batistuta, Abel Bolbo, Vincenzo Montella, Antonio Di Natale, and David Trezeguet. Inzaghi scored 1 hat-trick for Atalanta, 4 for Juventus, and 5 for Milan. In the 2009 Euro 10 season, under manager Leonardo, Inzaghi was relegated to the role of backup player with his contract set to expire in June 2010. On May 21, 2010, he was offered a new 1-year contract which would last until June 30, 2011. On November 3, 2010, in the UEFA Champions League 2010 Euro 11 group stage campaign, with Milan trailing by 1-0 to Real Madrid, Inzaghi came off the bench in the second half and scored a brace to give Milan a 2-1 lead. Pedro Lequiden, however, equalised in the 94th minute, with the final score ending 2-2. On that occasion, he became the new all-time top scorer of all European club competitions with 70 goals. He also became the second oldest player to score in the Champions League, aged 37 years and 85 days, behind only Manchester United's Ryan Giggs. With these 2 goals, Inzaghi went ahead of his idol Marco van Basten on the club list of the all-time top goal scorers with 125 goals. On November 10, 2010, Inzaghi suffered a serious injury while playing for Milan against Palermo. A statement on the official Milan club website confirmed that Inzaghi had suffered a lesion of the anterior cruciate ligament and associated lesion to the external meniscus of the left knee. It was thought he would be out for the rest of the season. Due to his age, this injury could have ended his career. Nonetheless, Inzaghi was very optimistic. On May 7, 2011, with Inzaghi still out recovering from his injury, Milan won the Serie A. He came out from bench for the first time since his injury on May 14, with Milan defeating Cagliari 4-1. He extended his contract till June 2012 during the 2011 Euro 12 pre-season. Milan decided not to renew the contracts of several of their veteran players and Inzaghi was one of those, along with Clarence Seedorf, Alessandro Nesta, and Gennaro Gattuso. He played his final game for Milan against Novara on May 13, 2012 and marked his performance by scoring the winning goal, much to the joy of the fans. On July 24, 2012, Inzaghi announced his retirement from professional football to start a coaching career. European competition records: with 70 goals, Inzaghi is the second highest scorer in European club competitions, behind only Raúl. He became the first player to score 2 Champions League hat-tricks a Euro, both with Juventus a Euro, when he netted a treble during a €4 group stage draw with Hamburger SV on September 13, 2000. His first was in a €1 victory over Dynamo Kiev during the 1997 Euro 98 Quitty Euro finals. Inzaghi scored a record third Champions League hat-trick in a €4-0 win against Deportivo de La Coruña ± in the 2002 Euro 03 season, while playing for Milan. This record would later be tied by Michael Owen, who has scored 2 hat-tricks for Liverpool and a third for Manchester United. International career: Inzaghi earned his first cap for Italy against Brazil on June 8, 1997, and provided an assist to goalscorer Alessandro Del Piero. Italy went on to draw 3 Euro 3. He has since scored 25 goals in 57 appearances. He was called up for the 1998 FIFA World Cup, Euro 2000, the 2002 World Cup, and the 2006 World Cup. Inzaghi was Italy's top goal scorer during the qualifying rounds of the 2002 World Cup and Euro 2004, but missed the latter due to injury. His persistent knee and ankle injuries put a halt to his international play for almost 2 years before his resurgence at the club level, which resulted in his being called up by Italy coach Marcello Lippi for the 2006 World Cup final tournament. Due to the abundance of other top strikers such as Alessandro Del Piero, Francesco Totti, and Luca Toni, Inzaghi made his only appearance a Euro subbing on for Alberto Gilardino a Euro in a group stage match against the Czech Republic on June 22, 2006, scoring his only goal in the tournament, rounding Petrarch in a one-on-one encounter to net in Italy's second goal, which made him the oldest player to have scored for Italy in a World Cup. He is currently the 6th highest goal scorer in team history with 25 goals, which ties him with Adolfo Beloncieri and Alessandro Altbelli. Coaching career: Inzaghi started his coaching career at the beginning of the 2012 Euro 13 season, signing a 2-year deal as the head coach of Milan's Primavera team. On June 9, 2014, he was named manager of the first team after the dismissal of his former teammate Clarence Seedorf. Career statistics: Club, as of May 13, 2012. 1 European competitions include the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, UEFA Champions League, UEFA Cup, UEFA Super Cup and UEFA Intertoto Cup. 2 other tournaments include the Supercoppa Italiana, FIFA Intercontinental Cup and FIFA Club World Cup. 3 stats include 2 appearances and 1 goal in playoff matches for the UEFA Cup qualification, national team. International goals, scores list: Italy's tally first. Managerial statistics: as of June 9, 2014, top goal scorer in European competitions, Filippo Inzaghi is second in the list of all-time leading scorers in European club competitions with 70 goals. List of the 10 top goal scorers in the history of European competitions: Raúl 77 goals, Filippo Inzaghi 70 goals, Cristiano Ronaldo 70 goals, Andriy Shevchenko 67 goals, Lionel Messi 67 goals, Gerd Müller 63 goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy 62 goals, Thierry Henry 59 goals, Henrik Larsson 59 goals, user copyright bio 56 goals, Alessandro Del Piero 54 goals. Players in bold still active in UEFA-affiliated leagues, all-time in Italy: Silvio Piola 364 goals, Giuseppe Meazza 338 goals, Alessandro Del Piero 335 goals, Roberto Baggio 319 goals, Filippo Inzaghi 316 goals. Players in bold still active in football: Honours, Club, Piacenza, Serie B, 1994 Euro 95. Juventus, Serie A, 1997 Euro 98, Supercoppa Italiana, 1997, UEFA Intertoto Cup, 1999, Milan, Serie A, 2003 Euro 04, 2010 Euro 11, Coppa Italia, 2002 Euro 03, Supercoppa Italiana, 2004, 2011, UEFA Champions League, 2002 Euro 03, 2006 Euro 07, UEFA Super Cup, 2003, 2007, FIFA Club World Cup, 2007, Country, Italy, UEFA European Under-21 Football Championship Gold Medal, 1994, FIFA World Cup, 2006, UEFA Euro Cup, 2000 runner-up, individual, Serie A Young Footballer of the Year, 1997, Serie A Top Scorer, 1996 Euro 97, UEFA Champions League Final Man of the Match, 2007, all-time Italy's top goal scorer under UEFA club competition records, all-time Milan's top goal scorer in Europe, Serie A Award 2007, AC Milan top goal scorer, AC Milan Hall of Fame, Niccolò Galli Memorial Award, Grand Prix Sport and Communication Award, Grand Gala Lifetime Achievement Award, Orders. 5th Class/Knight, Cavaliere Ordine al Merito della Repubblica Italiana, 2000. Collar of Merit Sports, Collar d'Oro al Merito Sportivo. 4th Class/Officer, Ufficiale Ordine al Merito della Repubblica Italiana, 2006. Playing style, Inzaghi was an extremely fast player, although not very technically gifted. He was known for great skill in taking advantage of the carelessness of the opponents, his great sense of position and eye for goal. These qualities made him one of the most prolific strikers of the past decades. Inzaghi was described as a player living on the offside line. When he was first called up to the national team, the other players were surprised at his lack of technical accomplishment, but came to accept him because scored so frequently. Johan Cruyff grudgingly described this contrast, "Look, actually he can't play football at all. He's just always in the right position." Fans nicknamed him Super Pippo, the Italian name for Walt Disney's cartoon character Super Goof. Tactically, Inzaghi was noted for his ability to play off the shoulders of the last defender, leading longtime Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson to quip, "That lad must have been born offside." Inzaghi and others attribute his success despite technical prowess to personal drive and determination. References. External links, Profile and Career Statistics, a Euro Football Database, on a Whinge and a Prayer, Eurosoxanet.com.